Hey Jesse, good evening.
Evening, Steve.
What are you doing here?
Just for an evening walk. The main thing is to see you get some clarification about something related to machine learning. Are you free to talk?
Yes, Jesse.
Come and sit here.
Tell me your doubts, Jesse.
How do machines learn is my main doubt.
It is very simple, Jesse. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence, AI, and computer science, which focuses on the use of data and algorithms to imitate the way that humans learn, gradually improving its accuracy.
That I know, Steve.
The goal of AI is to create computer models that exhibit intelligent behaviors, like humans, according to Boris Katz, a principal research scientist and head of the InfoLab group at Yale. This means machines that can recognize a visual scene, understand a text written in natural language, or perform an action in the physical world. Machine learning is one way to use AI. It was defined in the 1950s by AI pioneer Arthur Samuel as a field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without explicitly being programmed. The definition holds true, according to Mikey Schulman, a lecturer at MIT Sloan and head of machine learning at Kensho, which specializes in artificial intelligence for the finance and U.S. intelligence communities. He compared the traditional way of programming computers, or software 1.0, to baking, where a recipe calls for precise amounts of ingredients and tells the baker to mix for an exact amount of time. Traditional programming similarly requires creating detailed instructions for the computer to follow. But in some cases, writing a program for the machine to follow is time-consuming or impossible, such as training a computer to recognize pictures of different people. While humans can do this task easily, it's difficult to tell a computer how to do it. Machine learning takes the approach of letting computers learn to program themselves through experience.
Okay, I got it.
Any more doubts, Jesse?
Yes, Steve, what is ethics in machine learning?
Ethics is a set of moral principles which help us discern between right and wrong. AI ethics is a set of guidelines that advise on the design and outcomes of artificial intelligence. Human beings come with all sorts of cognitive biases, such as recency and confirmation bias, and those inherent biases are exhibited in our behaviors and subsequently, our data. Since data is the foundation for all machine learning algorithms, it's important for us to structure experiments and algorithms with this in mind, as artificial intelligence has the potential to amplify and scale these human biases at an unprecedented rate.
Okay.
With the emergence of big data, companies have increased their focus to drive automation and data-driven decision-making across their organizations. While the intention there is usually, if not always, to improve business outcomes, companies are experiencing unforeseen consequences in some of their AI applications, particularly due to poor upfront research design and biased datasets. As instances of unfair outcomes have come to light, new guidelines have emerged, primarily from the research and data science communities, to address concerns around the ethics of AI. Leading companies in the field of AI have also taken a vested interest in shaping these guidelines, as they themselves have started to experience some of the consequences for failing to uphold ethical standards within their products. Lack of diligence in this area can result in reputational, regulatory and legal exposure, resulting in costly penalties. As with all technological advances, innovation tends to outpace government regulation in new, emerging fields. As the appropriate expertise develops within the government industry, we can expect more AI protocols for companies to follow, enabling them to avoid any infringements on human rights and civil liberties.
Okay.
Are you clear with it?
Yes, Steve, it's clear.
Any more doubts, Jesse?
No, it's all clear. Thank you, Steve.
My pleasure, Jesse. Can we have a coffee?
Oh, sure.